So over the last couple of years we've had lived out here, our road that we have, we put this in. There was nothing here. It was just an old trail that went back to the field. And so for the first whole winter, basically, this road was it was just a dirt path, and there was no immediate need for a bunch of rock, for a couple $1,000s worth of rock, because the ground was hard. It was packed. It wasn't wet. It was the dry time of the year, so it wasn't a very big deal. Well, when it became a big deal, it was too late. So for the first, I guess probably until February, from winter, from when we moved here to February, we had no road. We just had a dirt path, and it got bad. It got so wet. The only thing we could do was park my wife's car way up there by the road, and I had to go and pick her up with my tractor and drive her back to her house. During that time, it was she was working nights at the hospital, so she was getting home way in the middle of the night, way after midnight, and so I'd have to get up and go get her, and yeah, it was not fun. But we couldn't do anything about it. We couldn't get rock in here because we couldn't get any trucks in here. It was just that muddy. It was that bad. So now, after we wasted our first $500 worth of rock, or I guess it was only one load, so $270 worth of rock on the up here in the field, we decided that we were going to do things a little bit different. And so we had them poured real thick, and now in places where there's a deep rut from us driving, I'm going to take the rock from the mound in the middle and pull it into the trenches or into the ruts, and so hopefully that'll make it where we can have a good road. Today's project is actually going to be to get this tire and rim off, or wheel and tire off, because it had last time I used it, it went flat and I didn't realize it, and we got the tube. It's a tube tire, and the tube just got all trashed and all tore up. So we're going to take this old tire off, we're going to take it to the shop, get it fixed, and come back and hopefully be able to fix our road. Well, unfortunately, I don't have shop space to do what I need to do on this tractor right now, so I'm just going to put down a piece of plywood so I can lay on it, keep out of the mud, and just using a car jack, jack that comes in a car, because we don't have a different jack at the moment. Not a big deal though. When we were looking at buying a tractor, we really didn't know what we were wanting to find or wanting to get. I knew I wasn't going to spend $10,000 or more on a front-loading tractor, so our options became a lot more limited as far as what we were going to get. We thought pretty hard about getting an old, I can't think of the name. It's the tractors that kind of came before this. They were during World War II in the 40s. Anyhow, they're a real good tractor. They're strong and dependable, but there's just a couple less features on those that these 600 series has. We also looked at buying a 800 or an 801. Just a little bit bigger tractor, more horsepower. Really, I would have loved to have been able to buy that one, but the problem was the guy we were trying to buy it from, he was a ranch hand, and he was under the assumption that that was his tractor, and the lady who owned the property was under the assumption that it was her tractor. Well, I wasn't going to buy that. So we found this one. Well, we actually looked at this, another one, before we went and looked at this one. Same 60 or 641 Workmaster, but it was all painted red. It looked real nice, but the guy wanted too much money for it. So we got this one, and it's been a great tractor for us.
Day long while ago I walked down dirt road and stood in a time of great. Stone walls line the road, black and white cattle roamed in the fields, corn growed up straight. These times have changed since my young life. I never thought I'd see the day. There's houses in the cornfield around a falling down barn, and the old dirt road was paved, and the old dirt road was paved.
Fairly simple enough. I'm gonna take this to the shop, to the tire shop, have them replace the tube inside it, and I might sneak in and go buy a new battery. I don't know yet. I'm kind of tired of having to jump it every single time I drive it, so we'll see.
These times have changed since my young life. I never thought I'd see the day. There's houses in the cornfield around a falling down barn, and the old dirt road was paved, and the old dirt road was paved. A day long while ago I rocked on the front porch and sipped cool lemonade. Neighbors pass by, they smile, stop and talk of the corn weather of the day. Now these times have changed since my young life. I never thought I'd see the day. There's houses in the cornfield around a falling down barn, and the old dirt road was paved, and the old dirt road was paved. Day short while ago I stopped down dirt road and stood. Time of change. I sat by a stone wall, I stared at a front porch falling down without from the rain. Now these times have changed since my young life. I never thought I'd see the day. There's houses in the cornfield around a falling down barn, and the old dirt road was paved, and the old dirt road was paved.
was easy enough. The only thing, it kind of took longer than I was expecting, but $40, replace the tube, and we should be good to go. I also decided to go ahead and buy a new battery.
I was empty-handed when I needed something. I saw life go wasted. It was all or nothing. I was left for dead when I was cut to the bone. I've been a long, long way from home. I've seen true forgiveness, retribution. I've been close to the truth, but far from salvation. I've seen ghosts in the shadows, blood on the stone, and I'm a long, long way from home. A leaf on the river after a hard wind blows. The trees grow high and seeds are sown. I'm a long, long way from home. I was blinded by the light. In total darkness, I was filled with wonder. I was cold and heartless. I was the last man standing out there all alone. And I'm a long, long way from home. A leaf on the river after a hard wind blows. The trees grow high and seeds are sown.